Welcome, and thank you very much for joining Adobe today. We know your time is valuable, but most importantly, we also know that you're very interested in the topic that we're going to present on. It's easy to say that experience matters. It's much harder to deliver. And I think one of the things that we're going to bring to you today as practitioners, as marketers, as business leaders, as technologists, we're going to bring together the concept of how you deliver an experience. And why does that matter? Well, it matters because your customers, the people you're trying to communicate with, have a lot of noise out there. There's a lot of different people, companies, organizations trying to get their attention. And you, as business people, are trying as well. So how do you differentiate? The differentiation is no longer on the device that you approach a person with. It's no longer about the screen. It's about the content and how relevant that content is. And not only how relevant, but how engaging it is. And it's not only about how relevant and engaging it is, how personal is it? And if it's relevant and it's engaging and it's personal, you have the opportunity to catch that person's attention, to deliver a message, to create the reason to get a reaction. And when you do that, you can drive your business to the next level. The challenge is that there are many other people out there trying to do the same thing. And I will tell you that delivering an experience is not easy. But the good news is there are so many more tools. And yes, some of it is technology, but much of it is creativity and bringing together all of the different ideas and concepts that you have out there, the great minds that are in your organizations, is no easy task. But as marketers, as technologists, as business people, it's not only your mission, it's your top priority to deliver that experience. And we're convinced, you saw those brands that were on the screens a moment ago. We are convinced at Adobe that experience is the great differentiator. And driving an experience-led business can take your business to the next level. I think one of the concepts that you're going to see today is that we're going to talk about technology. But there's also community. And what we're excited about with this event is we're bringing all of you together so that you can engage, compare, and collaborate. Because while business is competitive, the digital era has brought in a new way of doing things. And for many of us, it's the first time we're doing it. For some of us, we've done it for a while. And for none of us, we've seen it done for too long. So right now, you have an opportunity to meet each other, to converse, to compare notes, exchange business cards. And whether you're in one company or one industry or one vertical, you do have a common mission, and that you are delivering an experience to your customers. And it takes focus. It takes tremendous amount of energy. It takes commitment. And yes, it takes tools and technology and creativity. But most importantly, it takes you, those of you in this room. And again, whether you're a practitioner, you're a marketer, you're a technologist, all of you need to come together to drive this experience-led initiative in your businesses, because it is not just the way forward. Quite frankly, it's the only way forward. The differentiation between customer loyalty and customer engagement does come down to the experience. So as you see this disruption occurring in your own industries, in your own verticals, I would not try to push back or try to fight it. I would embrace it. And it's not easy. It's a cultural change. Typically, it's a skill set change. But what it does do is it can put you ahead of the pack. And the best companies out there are embracing the experience-led business to differentiate themselves and take their business to a new and, quite frankly, a greater level. And they are outperforming. And they are outperforming because their customers are more engaged. They feel more loyal. They're willing to listen and then react. So you have a lot of great speakers coming up today. And I'm very excited that we've been able to come here up to Amsterdam, this iconic stadium. This is another example of an experience versus the typical hotel room, the typical standard structure. I do kind of feel like I'm a little bit at a U2 concert. But the fact is that we at Adobe really believe and practice what we preach about experience, and we try to create these environments so that they're unique. And I encourage you to listen and to learn, not just from the speakers, but from each other. Thank you very much for joining us today. We have a great day ahead, and again, we appreciate your time. We're honored to have you here, and we look forward to working with you and supporting you going forward in your digital endeavors. Thank you.